Golden generation. Golden generation. We are wasting much of our time. Our lecturer have said a lot of things. You might have discovered one or two things from the words they have said, but without paraphrasing, I just want to lay much emphasis on some issues. Number one is that Nigeria is in a state of ghetto. You all know it. Economically, politically, financially, and educationally. We all know what is happening to teachers in Nigeria, especially Oyo State. We all know that. Now, in order to contribute to the development of the society, education is a must for us. Let me tell you something. If you want to be the Olori Alata or whatever, they ask for the what? For your certificate. Look at what is the king of what is bring to Nigeria entirely. So education is a what? Is a must. And then you must be the best. You must do what? The best. Because people are looking for the gold, are looking for the best. In whatever way that you find yourself, you must be the best, so that you can contribute toward the development of the society. And also, you must write your what? Your book. Your what? Your book. I think I'm communicating. Because your book must be your best friend. Must be your lexicograph. You must read always. You must read every day. Even you must read before the exam. Some people, they will read during the exam. It's study. So you must read there before the exam. And also, you must respect your work. Respect your teacher. Respect your what? Respect your teacher. Because teacher builds the nation. It's not easy to eat a chop and to face the students. It's not easy at all. You must respect them. You must help them. And then you must be kind to them. Don't know what is happening in a secondary school. We know what is happening. Some of us, we normally give our teacher names. Are we that word? Names. You don't know all these things. But as a student that has a future, you must not do all these kinds of things. And also, in order to save our society, if you know something, you must teach others. You must teach others what you know. You may program mathematics, you may know English or whatever. Look at the owner of this growing generation, Brother Jimala One. He is the intelligent person in my life. But he normally teach what he knows. That one is very important. Don't proud at all. Don't say because you are not saying that's why you don't know it. You must teach what you know, because it's only God that knows tomorrow. And then you must train yourself. Try to develop yourself. A room is not built in a day. A room is not built in a what? In a day. Those who are doctors, who are lawyers, who are engineers, they train themselves. They develop themselves. And then you must manage your time. Manage your what? Manage your time. Now as today, some of us will waste our time on the social media. So it's either positive effect as well as the negative effect. If you waste your time on all these things, it will affect you negatively. The other one, may God deal with us. And then your parents is very important. You must help. Even if they have a one vocation or the other, don't take with it. Because nowadays in Nigeria, you must also have a vocational training. So that you not depend on what? On who? On the government. Let me tell you something. There's no job anywhere. The government, they are millions now. Those who have master their work, they are millions. They know that you must not say, I'm doing great job now. Why I should go to school? Education is a what? Is a must for us. So without wasting much of our time, I will write the microphone to our able coordinator. Thank you.
Let's put our hands together for him. You can see. Títà ó ṣe kí ni ó yàtọ̀. Everybody sọ wọ́n fi communication ẹ̀ pé kẹ́ máa bá wọn ṣe kí ni ẹ máa bá wọn parí ẹ̀. And we talk majorly on what? Education and vocational training. See, you need a certificate no matter. In fact, ó fẹ́ jẹ́ machine mechanic kàwé tí wọ́n bá kàwé títí àdéhùn ni ayàtọ̀ tí ẹ bá fẹ́ máa ta ata ní mo sọ kàwé tó bá fẹ́ máa ta ata jẹ àdéhùn ni ayàtọ̀ tó bá máa lọ fún lecture kan or 1 or 2 lectures before you know it ìwọ náà kọ́ dàbí billionaire yẹn ẹ̀gbọ́n billionaire atalóta ìfà tí kata pàṣẹ ó ta tomato nìkan ló ta ó yẹ ti di billionaire tàlẹ́ lè mọ olùdarí tó pẹ̀ fún billionaire tó ń tata ó ń ta tomato ẹ̀ tí bọ̀ àgbàdo look at your neighbor say àdóòmọ́ there is one man called Erisco ó ta tomato ṣùgbọ́n nítorí ìwé ó mọ ọba ṣe dúpẹ́ tí máa mú tomato tí n bá lọ tí n bá print abẹ tí mo fi lè á lè wà nínú nylon mo ní tomato Erisco ṣe ń ta lọ́ńtà kiri ẹ̀ so is a Nigerian ṣe máa wà pé gbogbo ẹgbẹ́ ìṣúná ní wa ìwọ náà lè ṣe the only thing make sure you are well read. Please put your hands together for our guest speaker once again. Now we want to call on one of our the special advisor to Golden Generation. Is a special advisor today. He is a lecturer at the School of Studies. And we're just calling Mr. Aladide. Please put your hands together. What? You are welcome, sir. Sorry, who is that we are not going to let you rest too much before we say you are going to give your speech. So we want you to give a short speech, sir.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. All protocols duly observed, and I say a beautiful day to our brothers and sisters that are here today. In the first instance, I want to appreciate our brothers who have been fit to put this kind of program in place for our prosperity, for our development, for our future, and for our progress. I believe God Almighty Allah is going to reward them abundantly. What they are doing is not because they want money from anybody, but they are thinking about the future of youth, how our future will become meaningful, useful to us, to our brain, and to the society in general. So I thank them, and I pray that God Almighty Allah will be with them. He will crack all their efforts and their individual aspirations and visions shall come true by the special grace of God. My people, Nigeria today, we have a problem concerning our educational system. And that problem today is our focus on certificates. Nigerians believe very much in certificates. That just go to school and ensure that you have your maybe NC certificate, ND certificate, HND certificate, or your degree certificate, even masters to the level of PhD. But let me say certificate is not the major goal of countries that become developed countries today. They do not rely on certificates, but they rely on emphasis on entrepreneurship. It is only of recent that we now believe that entrepreneurship is a major way by which we can develop our nation, by which we can develop our youth. Everybody will want to say, I want to become a lawyer, I want to become a doctor, I want to become an accountant, and many other professions. But I want to say today we have a lot of lawyers. There are so many to the extent that half of them are not having anything to do. The elders in the field of law, they do not want to leave the field. àwọn tán ti jẹ́ àgbàlagbà lọ́yà wọn ò fẹ́ kú oníṣẹ́ lọ́yà. And we have plenty of youth that are coming into that fold. Now those elders, when they are not out of the field, báwo làwọn ṣe kéèké ó ṣe rọ́nà lọ. Same thing in doctors, same thing with accountants, and that one is very poor today. In the recent time, with this recession, we have a lot of banks that are laying off their staff. You go to school, you are after certificate, you get that your certificate, and you are employed in a bank or in any financial institution. But after 2-3 years, that institution says is tired of your service, and they just gave you a letter that bye-bye, thank you very much. Where will you go and start? That our certificate is only meant for us to secure a job and be collecting salary. And let me say, I'm a salary earner today also, but it's not the best for any individual. Salary earner are slaves, like we call ourselves civil servants. You are a servant because you are working for the government, and the government is going to pay you based on what you did and not based on what you did. You leave your house in the morning, you go to your place of work, you leave in the afternoon, maybe 3:30, 4 o'clock, Abi. Now, whether you exert 100% of your energy every day or not, your salary is what is fixed. You are collecting, let's say, 100,000 naira per month. That salary is what is fixed. Whether you overlabor yourself or otherwise, you are collecting 100,000 per month. And our need, that 100,000, let me tell you, is not something very much. It's a word of call in Nigeria. If you have 10,000 today, you can spend it within 30 minutes. Go to the market and price things. Gbogbo kan ló ti wọ́n lè sí yìí. Nǹkan wọn ṣe salary increase kò increase. That same amount you are collecting nígbà tó ń ta tomato ní 50 naira. That same salary náà ló lè yóò tún gbà nígbà tó ń ta tomato ní 100 naira léyìí. But where I'm going is this. Those are the effects, negative effects of going to school because of certificates. Certificates will not allow you to do anything than to work for somebody or to work for the government. But we talk of entrepreneurship this time around, whereby you can establish on your own, establish your business. When you establish your own business, you are working for yourself, you are not working for anybody. You are not working for salary, you are working for your gain and profit. And when you look at it, let me give you this indices. Like I said the last time that somebody who is working, I'm a graduate now, I'm working, I'm collecting 100,000. We may have an NCE holder, even a secondary school graduate, who is having a very good venture, a very good business that is doing. In a single week, he can work, run his business and realize in a single week and realize more than 100,000. If he's having a very good business, a very good, a lucrative venture. Are you getting me? Let's say, for example, some people go to the farm now, they will go and buy our farm products. They take it to Lagos. It is in Oyo we are buying yam at a 3 per price. Bóyá ká sọ pé abẹ́ ra ètò èlé náà tàbí mẹ́ta àbí. That person will go to the farm, he will not buy it at that 3. They will just keep it up, he will come and bargain. Wọ́n kàn kó kalẹ̀ ni yóò dẹ̀ wá yóò èlò lẹ́fẹ̀ẹ́ ta gbogbo oṣù yìí. Àwọn tàbí 10,000. Ó lè náà kó náà sí bí 5,000. When he take it to Lagos, they will be selling it not 3. That one rà lọ́jà bí 1 náà rà ìtúbẹ̀. A single yam, you can sell it at the rate of 1,000. Now, what he bought, maybe he bought a piece of yam now. Ká pé 50 ní gbogbo nǹkan tó rà. Ó rà ní 10,000. Ó wá lọ ta ẹyọ kọ̀ọ̀kan ní 1,000. Èló ló ta yẹn? 50,000. Géèmì èló lórí? Níjọ́ kan. ẹni tó bẹ̀rẹ̀ ẹsẹ̀ láti ọ̀dì 1 títí di 30 géènì rẹ̀ kò tó iye tí ẹni yẹn rí. Now, I am not going to buying and selling this time around per se, but where I'm going, I will use 2 examples. We have somebody that is very popular in the world today, and he is the richest man in the world today, and the name is Bill Gates. Bill Gates is it? Thank you. Somebody mentioned Microsoft. Do you know what we mean by Microsoft? It's a software that we use in computer. Are you getting me? It's what? A software that we use on systems. Everybody, we are in global village these days, whereby everybody believes in the using of our technological device, have it? Nearly everything that we do today, we make use of technology. And there is no way you deal with technology without dealing with all these Microsoft products that we mentioned. Now, where I'm going is this. Bill Gates happened to be a very poor student when he was a student. He could not catch up with his academic pursuit. He decided to leave school and think of what he can be doing to make his life to be meaningful. He never goes to say, I want to become a lawyer. He never goes to say, I want to become an accountant. He tried it, but he failed on the way. But because of that, he now thought of my brain, my endowment, what will I use it for? How will I use my endowment to get myself money, to get myself fame, to get myself name? Now, ọpọlọ lòyìnbó bílíìfù kó dáa jù lónìí teaching certificate ìtàgbé lọ́wọ́. In our country today, we have many people that have 10 certificates. Call them, let them come and defend what they have in that certificate. They cannot defend it. Because of what? We are all crazy of saying, teacher certificate in minutes. Today, many of us will go for exam. You go for exam that you want to sit for to make your life to be meaningful, but you are looking for a machinery to assist you. All in the name that teacher certificate, but there are some other places where that certificate you have acquired, they want you to explain what the certificate is standing for. For example, when I wanted to get job in Federal School of Surveying, they want to employ just one lecturer, and we are up to 12 star apply, star go for interview. Gbogbo wa la ní certificate lọ́wọ́. But that certificate gbogbo wa ní ìjẹ́ gbogbo wa la lè defend the certificate yẹn. Somebody that sat for an exam and they assisted the person to get a very good grade, he cannot defend whatever he gets at the end of the day. Now, only ní certificate lónìí ní tòótọ́, but àti fi ríṣẹ́ ń kọ́. Employer náà ti wá gbọ́n lónìí. They don't just employ people on certificate on the basis of certificate, except say about ní baba àkàlẹ̀ wọ́n mọ̀ pé give him a letter please he is the son of our honourable or kìnìkan ọ̀tàn, but mélòó ló wà lórí connection yẹn? Tá a bá wá ní connection pé wọ́n fún mi lẹ́tà lọ gba sẹ́bì kan, why can't you sit very tight and read your book? So that whatever certificate you acquire, by the time they invite you for interview, you will excel. Out of up to 12 of us that came for interview, I am not saying I'm the best, but God gave me that glory, at least to make it that day. When we got to the place, we know we line but God uses power to assist me. But that assistance will only come when you have assisted yourself. You have to understand what you are doing first. If it is a certificate you want to get, make sure you work for that certificate, so that that certificate will be useful for you. Many people have certificates today, but they cannot bring it out. Because if you want to if they ask them questions on what you said you know about your certificate, they cannot answer it. It becomes a shame, embarrassment for them. So they will not even have that confidence, boldness to come out and say, sorry sir, I want to apply for a job in your company. If you want to have that boldness, that confidence, You have to know what you are doing right from now. And what you are doing is just to be very serious with your studies. Read your book when nobody is asking you to go and read your book. When your mates are in a club, when they are watching Arsenal and all these clubs you normally watch, you have to keep yourself busy. Are you getting me? Keep yourself busy, marry yourself with your work, your study. Now, when you know that your study, it is your study that will make you to be popular. There is one impression about our youth, our teenagers today. And tí kò bá ti tẹ̀lé wọn lọ party, tí kò tẹ̀lé wọn lọ bí social program, tó jókòó nulẹ̀ tó ká àwọn ní kò rí tàbí. Àwọn wà ń ta àwọn show kiri àbí. But let me tell you, the reverse will be the case. Òun tó tira rẹ̀ mọ́lẹ̀ yẹn tó ń kàwé. At the end of the day, he will now become somebody everybody will be looking for. Òní wọ́n mọ̀ tó jáde, òní wọ́n mọ̀ sọ pé ó jẹ́ kíní kan níbì kan. Àwọn tán láwọn jáde nígbà kan kéré tán lọ wo bọ́ọ̀ tán lọ pàtí tán lọ gbogbo ẹ̀. Wọn ò ní sí níbì kankan nígbà tó bá ń exist. Mi mọ̀ bóyá I understand the point mi. What I am saying is that your study should be your first focus. Òdìgbà tó bá tẹ̀ tó mú mi lọ, tó bá tẹ̀ tó pọ́ọ̀sì mi pé kí n kàwé kí n tó kàwé tó wáyé tó mo fẹ́ mọ nǹkan tí mo ń ṣe. Now what I'm saying about Bill Gates is this. He attempted to be very educative, but at the end of the day, he could not make it. But what happened? He now sat down pé kí lèmi náà fẹ́ fọpọlọ mi ṣe tí ó mọ̀ mọ́ wálé fún mi. That one thing he thought of is Microsoft. And today he is a billionaire, not in terms of naira. All over the world, they normally look for him. It's because he never doubted himself. Kò sẹ́ni tí kò ní potentiality ní gbogbo àkàlùkù ló ní talent tọ́lọ́hùn fún. In a different way. Search yourself, find out what is my talent, what is my endowment. Build that endowment. Education is just to build that your talent in you. When we define education in our college, they will say education consists of two words, educare and educare. What is the meaning of educare and what is the meaning of educare? Educare is that talent, that potential, that gift that God has endowed in you. Bá a ti wà yìí for technical level. That ẹ̀bùn yẹn là ń pè ní educare. But when we say educare, educare is what will identify that potentiality in you and help you to build that potentiality. That means ẹwọ ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ tí ń bọ̀ kàdà kiri títí pé wọn ò ní làákàyè tàbí wọn ò ní potentiality kan tọ́lọ̀ fún wọn. But they never made use of education to develop that potentiality in them. Are you getting my point? So as you are now, you consider yourself, examine yourself very well. What is it that God has endowed in me, and how will I develop it through my schooling, through my education? Now, when you develop this, now education will polish it. Education is what we now refer to as what educare. It's going to identify it, polish it, and make it useful for you now and in future. Now, what the state has as an endowment, he discovered it and he worked on it. And at the end of the day, he was able to make name, he was able to make history, he was able to make fame from it. Today, most of us are very familiar with Facebook, Abi? And send the message lórí rẹ̀ and kíra wa lórí Abi. Nígbà tẹ́yìn kéré lórí rẹ̀, àwọn kan fi ń make owó ni. They use their brain to develop a platform that will make the whole world one. For you to see somebody in a very far place, chat with him, discuss with him, do so many things with him as if we are sitting together like this. It is their brain. Kìí ṣe certificate to not be Facebook o, certificate to not be WhatsApp o. It is their brain they use. And look at every individual that goes on what today on social media, maybe to chat on Facebook, to chat on email, to chat on WhatsApp. As you are using every minute on it, you are making money for those people that discover an organizer platform of Facebook or WhatsApp or email or whatever. In essence, what I'm saying is that education is very, very important. Like somebody said now, tomato. And it's okay we as a toka. Somebody just the same thing. And toka we and teacher, you better and toka we love. And toka we love. Package in the life. And that education will make you to package yourself. The way you package yourself, the way you be sellable to the community, to the market, and to the world. All we want is to become a prosperous person in life, Abby. We want to be rich in life, Abby. We want to have everything that is required of us. But to have all those things, we make use of our brain, our talent, our intelligence to develop ourselves, not to look for certificates and work for another person. Develop yourself to the extent that you organize a business. Try to find out something that has not been in existence. Something that has been in existence, try to innovate on it. You can create something new that has not been in the market before. And you'll be making your money. It's not compulsory, you can't be certificate to share. But the certificate to share, still have more time when you're more patronize you. That is the major thing we have to focus in Nigeria today. There were numbers of universities, colleges of education, polytechnics that we have in Nigeria. And every year they are graduating. The numbers of graduates we have in Nigeria is more than 500,000. It's even more than 1 million. Say it's 100,000, the government is creating. Because if that job is not available, why don't you look for what you will use your brain and hand to do that will be useful for people and will be fetching you money, and you make your name and fame from that. Ladies and gentlemen, I don't want to take most of our time, but my summary is that education is very, very important, but we should not rely on certificates. Get certificates to develop your talent, your potentiality that God has endowed in you. Thank you very much.
We have spoken a lot about how we can bring out that talent in us, how we can develop ourselves and bring out that talent in us. Yes. Briefly, please, the next speaker, we're giving him just 10 minutes, and please let's stick to the time. I want to call on Mr. Abdulkarim A.O. from Best Legacy. Yes, sir. Welcome. Please put your hands together for him.
All right. First of all, I want to thank Almighty Allah to make today reliable for everyone of us to be here today. I would like to maintain the existing protocol. The chairman of the occasion of today, the speaker, and those have already spoken and those have already left. The youth of tomorrow, here present today, I really greet you. Many of you who were invited today, only few of you are here. I want to greet you very, very well. Madam lovely students, according to Oxford Dictionary, teen is defined as individual whose age range between 13 to 19. If you are 12 here, you are not 18. If you are over 19, you don't fall into that category. If you get the point now. Definitely teenagers. If you have already reached 13 years of age and 19, you are called to be healed. Now the topic before me now is teenagers' responsibility to a prosperous and safe society. A prosperous and safe society. Many people have spoken a lot. They spoke truth about our decaying, dying Nigeria and ways of finding ourselves out of this mesmerism. Madam students, I came here with series of points to talk on, and it will be beneficial for every one of you. The first thing to run ourselves or to run away from this dying society and to maintain the purpose of our topic, that is the theme today, is when you have to abandon hooliganism. Abandonment of hooliganism. Hooliganism is an act of creating a destruction of the property, an act of not behaving according to rules and regulations, an act of making a society unrest, an act of making yourself different from normal people. There are a lot of definitions to the government. While its synonymous word is sovereign, if you don't understand your government. Sovereign. Who is the soul? Who is the hooligan? We have cases of students last year. You know many secondary schools, there's many students of that same school then. There is academic records of some students who had already passed out of that school. Those students of that school, when they were in school, they are angry, they are furious over an infinitesimal thing, and they set the school ablaze, they set the school on fire, and they destroyed the academic record of students who were in that school before they were born. What is happening in our society? What kind of society are we raising? Is this Nigeria of 2000 to 2011? Are we seeing Nigeria of 1990? Are we seeing Nigeria of 1980? Is this Nigeria of 1970? Is this Nigeria of 1960? What is actually happening? These are the kind of questions that you need to ask yourself. Definitely, if you could think year 2011 to or downward to 2001, you know Nigeria is relatively peaceful. We could live in this Nigeria, we could succeed. Now from 2011 to 2016 of yesterday, are we seeing Nigeria of that time? What happened January last year to January of yesterday, that means 2017? It was exactly a year and a month now that we don't understand what is really happening in Nigeria. We're seeing that problem. How do we make ourselves out of this mess? That's the purpose of our gathering here today. If you could run away from that act of willful planning of destroying what is normal in the society, you are no longer a hooligan. You are not a soul. Whoever plans that thing beside you and you do not partake in it, you do not involve yourself in the vandalization of what is good or what will be beneficial for other students in your school. Everybody, every parent then spoiled, were crying last year when some students were arrested. We were one student of secondary school. We dare go to our teacher's table when we went to school, even if they were not unsafe. We hardly touched the table because of that fear that gripped our heart. We respected them. Those teachers, you go to them and you approach them, you antagonize them on the road. You bully your teacher who serves as a finger that feeds you. What will happen to a finger? If he kills by a finger, will that finger go to that tree to feed it again? Now you have that courage. You have that you are born enough to face the teacher and you challenge them. You make them run out of water in your school. What kind of children we are raising in our society? And these are the children that will succeed us after we've already gone. We are succeeding some people here today. The teachers who built us, they are no longer there. Now, the second one is inculcating moral values. Inculcating moral values. That is morality. is an act of maintaining good deeds. What you think is normal in society, what is acceptable, what is expected of you, what is cultured, something that's not barbaric. What we want you to do in the society as it is expected of you, you do it. Definitely we are going to have a stable society. If our leaders or we create leaders when we were in secondary school, you will not have any of these people standing here giving you what will become tomorrow. We don't count our 10 years of our teachers' instructions, like as our parents. My dad also students maintain moral values in the society. Next one, that is similar to this one, is be hardworking and laborious as well. Fine. Everyone also always reads at home. But a thing of hard work will make you to actualize your resounding success.
All praise and adoration be to Almighty Allah, the merciful, the source of our protection, the one that has been saving us from all bad. We thank Him, we glorify Him, we seek refuge from all our sins. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala forgive us. Say Amen. My dear brothers and sisters, I'm very happy to be in this place. Ó kà jẹ́ pé mo wọ̀ tó mo wò sí. Mo rí pé àwọn èèyàn mi ti ń sùn. Kò yẹ ká sùn. Ẹ dákun ẹ̀jẹ̀ ni tó bá wà lẹ́gbẹ̀ẹ́ yìí. I will just say one or two things, not waste our time. What I've prepared for this program is the role of entrepreneurship in Nigeria. Who are the youth? We are. Do you believe that? If you are the youth, you have a lot of roles to play. Standing in front of you, I'm an entrepreneurship. I test a very small company, and I'm still standing in front of being a student of the University of Ilorin, undergraduate student. Because my dear brother, for easy last day, let me start in that way. But your future is in your hand. Do you get it? Do you believe that? Your future is in your hand. Ọ̀tọ̀ láyé ká kàwé, ọ̀tọ̀ láyé ká ṣiṣẹ́. Béèyàn bá kàwé tán yóò ṣiṣẹ́. Béèyàn ò kàwé yóò ṣiṣẹ́. Àmọ́ ibi tí màá lọ bẹ̀ ni wípé ká ṣiṣẹ́ wa lójú ọjọ́ nígbà tí a bá ti jẹ́ ọ̀dọ́. Torí pé ká lè bá àjèrè oṣù lẹ́yìn wọ́ ọ̀la. Àwọn bàbá wa ló máa ń sọ báyẹn. Ká ṣiṣẹ́ lẹ̀ ìgbà tí ebi ó pa wá. Ebi ò sí pa wá báyìí náà. Ìgbà tá a bá dògùn tá a dàgbà. Níta ṣe lẹ̀ lápadà wá jẹ. Ẹ bìlí. Ìwọ tó bá fẹ́ kàwé ẹ dáadáa. Kó o jẹ máa gbàdúrà sọ́lọ̀. Bí ṣọ́ọ̀ṣì tó bá máa lọ dáadáa kó o gbàdúrà sọ́lọ̀. Bí mọ́sálásí lọ máa lọ tó o sì mọ̀ pé òun ló kí dáadáa kó o gbàdúrà sọ́lọ̀ lórí ọ̀nà tí o bá fẹ́ gbà. Now, I will just bring one or two things to back up a self-employment. That is what we know as entrepreneurship. Entrepreneurship is known as what? Self-employment. How will you go to this? If you travel down or you've been using your browsing phone very well, you have been searching, keeping on doing researches. If you make your research and your research has been based over European countries, the Asian countries, or let me just say in general, a very company that is very close to us, a company that is very. If you look at this bio, a very small bio like this. Okay, let me just use a very simple example for you. This phone, at the back of it, you will see there that it was made in China. So I want to refer us to that very good country. You know, Nigeria, we are very blessed more than China. Wallahi, Ọlọ́run kẹ́ wa lórílẹ̀-èdè yìí China lọ. But the only problem is that we didn't utilize all these blessings. In China, a very small boy like this, maybe a teenager of 18 or 18 downward, not upward, downward. I mean, when I say downward, it means 17, 16, 15, 14, up to maybe like 10 years old. So, the teenagers like that, tí wọ́n bá fẹ́ ṣe àti kékeré wọn ti máa ń ṣe lẹ́sìn mọ̀. Irú ẹ̀dáfún tí màá mú wá fún wa, òun náà ní wípé nígbà táwa náà kéré. Wọ́n pè ní mo mọ̀ bẹ́yìn ló ń ṣe rí o, bóyá ká sọ pé ní ẹyẹ. Táàgò ní ibi tí èpè bá kọ̀ áfẹsẹ̀ wa mọ́ ápè ní ẹyẹ. Ó dàgbà ìṣerú eré yẹn rí. Ó ṣe rí. Ok, tó bá sì wá ṣe rí wá gbọ́. Àwọn tó ṣe kiri kan, àwọn fi agolo ṣe, á fi agolo míì, á fi ṣe àyè àti mọ́tò, àti aeroplane. So all these things they are very functional. Wọ́n dẹ̀ ṣiṣẹ́ dáadáa. But the only problem that we are having, the only problem that we face is that there is no proper steering. Nobody will kò sẹ́ni kan tí ó sọ fún wa pé nítorí ṣe yìí o, nobody will develop it for us. Nítorí ṣe yìí o, tó bá fi lè ṣe báyìí, tó lè ṣe báyìí, wà á dẹ̀ mú result báyìí jáde o. That is why those China they have been blessed more than Nigeria. Irú nǹkan yìí ló wà lọ́dọ̀ sí wọn. Ní China, ọ̀dọ̀ tí wọ́n bí láti sọ́ọ̀bù láti jẹ́ pé mo gbé èbó. Tó o bá gbé èbó China, ó lè wọ́ kàwé ẹ̀. Wàá dẹ̀ rí bá ti ṣe wàá rọ́nà ìgbà. But lọ́dọ̀ wọn bíbá, àwọn àdó wa ti ṣe àwọn ìṣẹ̀lẹ̀ tí náà Nàìjíríà tó o bá ti ṣe èbó kò sí ìṣirò. Ó dàbọ̀ ní sàtíkè tó o bá lè ṣe èbó kò sí ibi tó ti gbà tẹ́. Kò sì yẹ kó rí bẹ́ẹ̀. So ọ̀nà tábà wá wo ọrọ̀ ajé wa yìí ó ń ṣe òjòjò. Ọ̀nà tá a sì lè fi gbà á lẹ̀ náà ni pé ká padà ká má wojú ìjọba kan Buhari kan kọ́ ni ó ṣe. It's not the matter of Buhari or the matter of Jonathan.